in history in the making. Not since Burns and Allen, Laurel and Hardy, or better yet, Sodom and Gomorrah, has there been a comedy team like this. Confused? Just as it gets the darkest, a glow appears on the horizon. And it's Friday's Night, the pilot, with Reitman and Miller.
Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Too late to turn back now.
I know, this is it.
Thank you. Too kind.
We appreciate that. We'd like to hear that for the entire hour. Thank you.
Checks in the mail.
You know, Gene, I don't know if you're going to believe this or not. This is a true story. Here we are in Radio City Auditorium on Channel 4. Now back in...
Beautiful.
Isn't it lovely? Art Deco. In 1947, I stood on this very stage as a boy about this high.
1940 what?
Long time ago, Gene. Chief Sitting Bull was president.
Before or after the war?
That was before the third. Listen, I'll tell you, this is the truth. How many of you remember the Grenadiers with Heine?
The Hot Shots?
Joe Schott and the Hot Shots, Bob Heiss. Bill Carlson with the coffee and the weather and all that? All right.
Judy Marks.
Judy Marks. Oh, I stood right here with my back like this, and I led Heine and the Grenadiers band along with another little 6-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl, and I lost that competition at that time.
Start of a string.
Yeah, it was. And now we're in radio.
Who's president back then?
I don't want to talk. It's Chief Sitting Bull. Now, here we are again, Gene. We've messed up in radio, and we're going to try television.
It's hard to believe that this many people would turn out to see two radio guys screw up TV. We appreciate it, but one of the big things I've always wanted to do as long as I got on TV...
What's that, Gene?
To do some news. I'm a journalist. I'm a serious... You can tell by the wardrobe, I'm a serious, dedicated journalist.
You mean like be one of those big anchor guys?
Exactly.
Hey, why don't we give that a try? And we're going to, too.
News is next.
So stick around.
The one you love, the one you should hurt at all. You always take the sweetest.
Good evening and welcome. Hey, thank you. Seriously, this is the news. Good evening and welcome to Friday's Night News. Congress finally approved a site for the controversial MX missile this week. As part of the program to make the weapon more attractive to taxpayers who might be a little leery about the weapon, Congress agreed to leave the missile out in the open so that it can be touched and fondled by the people who paid for it. The idea is apparently catching on. Congress plans to put other missiles at McDonald's restaurants and is considering an MX theme park, Gene.
Bob, Sammy Davis Jr. isn't saying whether or not he'll be pressing charges against longtime friend Dean Martin, who reportedly turned on Davis at a studio recently and goosed him in front of several witnesses, including actor-singer Frank Sinatra and reincarnation freak Shirley MacLaine. Friday's night photographers captured that assault on film. Martin can't be reached for comment, but reportedly was heard to say shortly after the attack, "Damn glasses aren't working too good. I thought he was Jerry Lewis."
Ooh.
Bob?
Got a sad one here, Gene. First Lady Nancy Reagan is said to be devastated after flunking her audition in an effort to join the rock group The Supremes, which is reforming after a 10-year absence from the recording studio. Mrs. Reagan is shown here just prior to auditioning. She reportedly chewed her nails to the third knuckle. The First Lady was thrown out of the running after asking what the lyrics to the song Love Child means. Gene? Thank you.
Bob, in a bizarre twist to an already strange sports story, Major League umpires and Yankee manager Billy Martin are being called in to help repair George Brett's face, permanently distorted after last Sunday's incident in which the umps disallowed Brett's game-winning homer because of pine tar on his bat. Yes, Virginia. Brett's face hasn't popped back into place yet, just like your ma told you when you crossed your eyes, remember? And now Now umpires reportedly will use the very bat in question to beat Brett's face back into shape. Brett has already offered to do the same for Yankee manager Billy Martin, even after being told that Billy's face is always that way. Now it's time for a check on the weather with our staff meteorologist, Joseph Paul.
Hi, I'm Joseph Paul, and this is Allie the Albert Cat. Before we look at the weather map, maybe you could tell us the temperatures at Timmerman and stuff like that, hey?
Sure would like to, Joseph Paul. At Timmerman, it's 83. The humidity is 63%. How'd I do?
That's real good. Now,
Thank you.
look who's underneath here. It's pathetic.
Hey,
As we move over, hey, just stay right there. As we move over to the map, you'll notice large amounts of clouds over the country. Let's color the tops of those big thunderheads. They shouldn't be red, though. That's communist infiltration. Let's
That's
make
pretty.
them. You like that? Blue.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now there's highs and lows. Lots of lows out here in Las Vegas. People have lost their money. Let's move around a little more and look at some of the storm systems across the country.
Wow.
You can see where Captain Marvel showed up over here where lightning struck. Lightning struck twice right down here. And let's look a little more. We need some more weather. Yep,
Oh,
there's
geez.
all the drips from Chicago on vacation around the country. There's Cloud McFadder, Cloud Rains, Dennis Weaver as Dennis McCloud. In Florida, down here, Senator Cloud Pepper and Gavin McCloud. Now, let's look at some lines. I need some lines on this map. Bring them in because these are very important lines. Moving up here is the Mason-Dixon line. Next, moving along, is the Packer defensive line right here. After that, a line that I used on Veronica one time. It did not work.
I believe it.
And my favorite line on the map, the I Ain't Lying. Thank you very much. Now, let's look at my line of credit and the Maginot line and the chorus line. And here we go. Oh, the X's mark the treasure. That's it. We lose. See you later. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
I'll tell you, with weather like that, I ain't going outside. Right now, it's time for Friday's Night Editorial with Gene Miller.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay.
The recent Police and Fire Commission action aimed at putting hollow point bullets in guns of Milwaukee police officers is one that's been put off time and time again for good reason. Such an action needs careful deliberation. We're talking about lives here. Innocent people, not just the dregs of humanity, could get blown in half. Officials say hollow points are safer for those who happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, but still there's room left for error. An errant hollow point can blow an innocent person in half just as easy as it will the scum of the earth. We here at Friday's Night think hollow points are too dangerous. We propose pies in the face.
What?
I'm sorry. They're safer than mace. If innocent people happen to get in the way, well, let's just say pie comes out a little bit easier than blood. If crime is on a downswing, officers can give out slices of this here ammunition to amorous young people instead of baseball cards, thus avoiding spoilage and improving public relations in one fell swoop. What do you think?
You mean to tell me that you think that something like that is going to be effective against vicious
you just
criminal?
Take it,
Not much damage as the bullet, but will it stop him? You mean if there's a violent act that this could stop somebody?
Like if I came at you like this?
Yeah, I just like that. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. It
Great.
stopped them cold. Did you notice how this stopped over 300 people dead in their tracks?
Froze them, people, I tell you.
Here you go, little buddy.
Thanks, Dad. That
I
was
guess
nice.
we met. That used to be funny on Milton Berle a long time ago. Okay, I'll tell you, I think we kind of messed that up, Gene. Maybe we should try, some of these new hipper shows have videotapes.
I got hairballs.
Do you want to shave your tongue? That's what he gets for licking his cat. I told him not to do that.
Cat follows me everywhere.
Thank you.
They clap whether they like it or not. They're a beautiful bunch of people.
You know, Gene, this is a rough business. You got to do this, that, and the other thing. I mean, there's
Catch
a
a
million...
pie in the face and nobody laughs at you?
You know, maybe we should talk to a real professional, somebody who's been doing video, television for a long time. You know that video music machine, Saturday mornings on Channel 4 with Dallas Cole and
Let's hear it for
Kelly
the
Wallace?
video music machine.
Look who's here.
Hey,
The old redhead, Kelly Wallace,
Man.
ladies and gentlemen, from Double.
Big hand for Kelly.
Thank you. I have been watching you guys all week long.
Yeah, how we
From
doing?
the time, well, you know, from the time you found out you had the show until now, I couldn't stand you. You have been.
Could you be
Excuse
a
me. Open the door for me now. I have a TV show. Ugh. You know how hard this is? I tell you. Let's watch a cohort of mine, Dallas Cole. Let's watch Dallas Cole and show you how not to do your TV show. He has great instructions.
Here in the audience watching
Watch
monitors.
the monitor.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Dallas Cole, your host for the Video Music Machine.
Good God.
That's you. That's me. Okay,
on,
here we
Blue
go.
Eyes.
This is it. Hi, I'm Dallas Cole, your host for the Video Music Machine.
Who cares?
Okay. That was 2 in a row. One from Rick Ocasek of the Cars, also one before that from Dire Straits. Next, we've got the concerts.
Good job.
Let's get into our first video. Here's a group of guys who used to be studio musicians in the San Francisco Bay Area. They got sick and tired of playing for other people and decided to form their own band. They just came away with a whole bunch of Grammys. We've got a Neil Young video after these, after this. Okay. All right. He's had 8 #1. Slow down. All right. He's had 8 #1. All right. Okay. He's had 8 #1 songs, including his days with the. It seems like I'm whispering now.
No, you're doing great.
Okay. All right. I like when Friday wants to come in with a club. I can see. Somebody should fasten him with a seatbelt.
You know,
Oh my gosh.
All looks, no brains.
after watching that, we're looking pretty good. Kelly,
You know,
he's terrible.
I never make those mistakes.
Yep.
That never happens to me. Dallas is the only rookie.
Au
of the bunch.
contraire.
No.
Au contraire.
Well, let's watch.
redhead.
There's a perfect one. Ladies and gentlemen,
Roll
the
them,
monitor.
Lester.
Let's watch.
It is the Kelly Wallace show now. Okay? Do you know that? Thank you. I hope you realize that I want a star on the office door. But despite all their teamwork, they still did not turn. This is, I'm done. I was right until then, but can we do this again? Okay. But Elton can't decide whether or not he'll tour with this album because he's lined up to do a movie with Liza Minnelli. 3 years later, Loverboy is one of the hottest groups in rock and roll. I've lost. Darn, that was all right until then. But opposites attract, and the winning formula they produce has made them make it to shoot, poop, gosh darn. Darn. And when performers like Michael Jackson and John Cougar turned down video rights, their concert tracks... Hey. Wozniak. Is that it? Wozniak. Founder. Now, see, that's where I'm going to screw up the whole thing. I'm going to try to remember that there. Steve Wozniak. And even with the selling of the video rights to Showtime, founder Steve Wozniak, what is it? Founder Steve Wozniak, what is it? Wozniak! I'm not of that descent. I don't know how to say that name. And with the selling the video, I'm concentrating on that man's name when I, Wozniak. And even with the selling of the video rights to Showtime, founder Steve Wozniak lost about... I said the name, though. Darn.
Hey,
Now I'm mortified. This stuff is hard.
do you think she could do it? Let's hear her say the name again right now on live television. Go ahead.
Wozniak.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Boy, oh boy, they
Bad
showed the
stuff.
wrong one. They showed the wrong one. They weren't supposed to show that one.
Let's see the good one
You
then.
guys, come on. Well, I'm going to show you a perfect take. This is how to do the video music machine. Despite selling over 5 million albums in the U.S. over the past 2 years, Loverboy still claims they're a faceless band. Well, now, how faceless can they be? Keyboardist Doug Johnson and bassist Scott Smith often exchange identities, even within their own record company, and get away with it. They laugh about this as the 5 Canadian rockers sit on top of 2 platinum albums. Their only 2 albums so far. Until recently, they just released the new LP, Keep It Up. Paul Dean, guitarist and recognized leader of the band, is hard-driven, making the band a 24-hour-day project with him. On the other hand, lead singer Mike Reno is the mellow, easygoing type. When the 2 were introduced back in 1979, they sat down and started discussing how they were abused by the record companies and past groups they'd been in. After about an hour, they picked up some guitars, started strumming, and the sound happened just like magic. 3 years later, Loverboy is one of rock and roll's hottest young groups. The variety on their new album, Keep It Up, shows the vast difference between the 2 songwriters, but opposites attract, and the sound they produce is a winning formula. We're lucky enough to be on Loverboy's summer tour. They play at the State Fair August 4th. 110? Kelly, that's the first time I ever did that. I cannot believe it. I cannot. Oh my God. When you guys get good, you can do it that fast,
I bet
okay?
you don't use much air when you go scuba diving, do you?
That's my coffee that did it, actually. Now that we've seen that, Gene, I think that we are now poised and ready to introduce our own video
Let's see if we
song.
can do it right.
Are you kidding? Piece of cake. You want to do it, or should I?
Go ahead.
Why don't?
I defer to seniority.
Oh, am I older than you? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to. It's time now for Olivia Elton. What's?
Gene, could you handle this, please?
Elton Jim, and I'm still standing over somewhere.
No, it's
close.
Elton John and Elton.
Get
no.
the man's name right.
Funny-looking guy, but he sure can sing. Of course, that was Elton John, and I'm still standing there. Now we're going to do some live stuff. The Cool Hand Band with Kelly Wallace up next. Stick around.
Would you give? Hey, thank you. Would you all give a big warm welcome to Kelly Wallace and the Cool Hand Band? All right. Excellent job. Kelly, what's it like singing? I'd like to just talk to everybody here for just a second before we go into the second number. What's it like singing with a great bunch of strange musicians like this?
They are strange and they are great, and they keep asking me to wear spandex, but I won't.
Would you do me a favor? Would you walk around? I'd like to meet. Yeah, would you do that? Let's start with it. Yeah.
Crazy man. This is one crazy man on the keyboards. This is Rick.
Hey, Rick, let's hear it for Rick. How do you like playing with this group? Let's move on real quickly.
This is the bass player too.
And you play bass, Tim. That's real nice. 4 strings, and they're all making sounds. That's terrific.
Look at I love my wife.
Do you believe that for a second? Now, usually the degenerate of the group is the drummer. Is that right? I want to leave these guys for a moment. The drummer?
Degenerate of the group is the drummer. This is Bill Ray.
I have a reputation to keep up here.
That's for Bill. Now, a couple guitar players. This guy is...
Hi, Mom.
This is Mark.
Hi. How you doing?
That's Mark, and this is...
This is Rocco.
Rocco. Let's hear it for Rocco. Excuse me, just, you know, I was listening to you guys. You guys really, like, are basically good rock and roll musicians and stuff. Do you do, you're going to do another song with her? Do you do any old stuff like Buddy Holly? Any... Can you possibly, like, you know, a little 50s rock and roll for somebody that, like, grew up with it? Is that possible?
Excuse me.
Miller, would you take the mic and the lady? Would you be able to do a Buddy Holly? Let me just hear a little bit of something. Would you? A power droppage here. How can we not have power when there's rock and roll? All right. Are all the plugs in? Can you plug into something else? Gene?
Bring back the pie in the face.
I was ready for this. Hey, hey. All right, I'll give you your choice. I'll tell you what. You got your choice. Hold. You got your choice. You can either have him give me a pie in the face, or you can watch me do something I honestly have never, ever done before tonight. And that is sing a Buddy Holly song. All those in favor of the pie? All those in favor of me singing a Buddy Holly song? It's unanimous. I'm going to do Buddy Holly.
If you knew Peggy Sue, then you'd know why I feel blue without Peggy. My Peggy Sue. I love you, gal. Yeah, I love you, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, Peggy. My Peggy Sue. I love you, gal. Yeah, I love you, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. Pretty, 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 pretty Peggy Sue. Uh-oh, Peggy. My Peggy Sue. Well, I love you, gal, and I need you, Peggy Sue.
I love you, Peggy Sue, with a love so rare and true. Oh, Peggy,
My Peggy Sue. Well, I love you, gal, and I want you, Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue, pretty, 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 pretty Peggy Sue. Uh-oh, Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Oh, well, I love you, gal, and I need you, Peggy Sue.
I love you, Peggy Sue, with a love so rare and true. Hell, Peggy, my Peggy Sue.
Well, I love you, gal, and I want you, Peggy Sue.
Oh, well, I love you, gal, and I want you, Peggy Sue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Gene.
I feel like Albert the Alley Cat again, like I'm talking on a box.
Hey, Gene, you know, rock and roll and music is great stuff, but one of the problems I and at least 7 of our listeners, all of them have, is understanding the lyrics to words. You know, it's hard to understand what they're
The
saying.
rock and rollers all mumble and stuff, and they don't have what you'd call the best of diction.
Elocution, things like that, whatever that means. So what we got to do is have a guy here, a man who's taught me everything I know about women, and I still don't know a thing.
Oh, yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, my voice coach, Coach Ed.
More like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, I don't mind, but what do you mean I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round? She said, I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round. She told me her name was Billie Jean as she caused a scene. Then every head turned with eyes that dreamed of being the one who will dance on the floor in the round. People always told me, be careful of what you do and don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And Mother always told me, be careful of who you love and be careful of what you do, because the lie becomes the truth. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one, but the kid is not my son. For 40 days and 40 nights, the law was on her side. But who can stand when she's in demand, her schemes and plans? Because we danced on the floor in the round. So take my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. She told me her name was Billie Jean as she caused a scene. Then every head turned with eyes that dreamed of being the one who will dance on the floor in the round. People always told me, be careful of what you do and don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. She came and stood right by me. Then the smell of sweet perfume. This happened much too soon. She called me to her room. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one, but the kid is not my son!
Excuse me, Mr. Intro, my name is Michael Jackson.
I beg your pardon?
My name is Michael Jackson. I did not appreciate your rendition of my song at all. That was no good.
It was what?
It was no good. No good
No
at
what?
all. No good. G-O-O-D, good. Just no good. Did not cut it at all.
I'm very sorry about that.
I didn't like it.
I told you the kid is not my son.
Be that as it may, so there's no reason to take my song and do what you did to it. I mean, me and my llama do not appreciate this sort of interpretation of my definitive style.
Well, I have
You owe
one.
me an apology.
I have one thing to say to you.
What's that?
Beat it. Just beat it.
She told me her name is Billie Jean, and she caused the scene. Then every head turned with eyes to dream of being the one who would dance on the floor around. People always told me to be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And Mama always told me to be careful who you love. And be careful what you do. Cause the lie becomes the truth. Hey, hey, hey. The Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. Woo! She says I am the one. But the kid is not my son. For 40 days and for 40 nights, love was on her side, but he won't stand when she's in demand. Her schemes and plans. Can you dance on the floor and around? So take my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. Don't think twice. Woo! You told my baby we danced to 3, and she looked at me, then showed a photo, and baby cried. His eyes were like mine. Can we dance on the floor and around, baby? Hee, hee, hee. But people always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. But she came and stood right by me, cause I smelled the sweet perfume. It happened much too soon. She called me to a room. Hey, hey, hey. Now Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. Now Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one. But the kid is not my son. He. Woo! Woo!
Thank you. You know, Gene,
Yeah, Bob.
there's lots of people at home right now, and probably sitting in this audience right here, that don't know how to make popcorn correctly.
Is anybody hungry right now? Anybody out there hungry? Would you put anything in your mouth that came from his hands?
Hey.
We'll cook it first.
What we're going to do is show you how to make popcorn correctly. What you do is you turn on the heat all the way up and put your basic coal pan right on here and immediately pour the oil right in there. Now, I'm serious.
I think it's a little hot, Bob.
It's,
I think it's too hot,
no,
Bob.
it's okay. Now, what you do is you put that in there.
It's really getting warm, Bob.
And you heat the oil, and then you immediately...
Jeez, Bob, it's hot, babe.
You put the corn in right away also, so they can absorb the oil.
Jeez, Bob.
And then the oil will soak into the kernels. Jeez. And they'll all start heating up at the same time. Then what you do is constantly shake the pot.
Excuse me. Keep going.
You constantly shake the pot like this to saturate each kernel, which has been hand-selected.
Well, then what happens?
And what you do is you do not put the cover on. Big mistake is people that put the cover on.
What about the flames, Bob?
No problem. Now, you probably can't hear this, but trust me, they're starting to bubble in there. And I'm going to show you. Would you hold this young man here?
What?
Set that over there. Ignore the flames. This is the correct way to make popcorn. Do not put the top on. Put the oil in and the kernels cold. They are starting to fry up now. The oil, it isn't too important. It's your basic generic vegetable oil. They are sizzling right now. You'll see it happen right in front of your eyes.
When does it, is it soup yet?
No, what you do is see if you put the top on, it keeps all the moisture in there.
What
and
about
makes
the smoke? Can
No,
you do anything about the smoke?
You do it outside if you can. It's no problem.
What if it's winter, Bob?
Keeps you warm. How you feeling? I'm nice and warm. Now, you will see this happen because I would say within 30 seconds, the first kernel should
There's a
explode.
flame, Bob. Would you do something?
It's no problem. No problem. Watch this happen. I will not have one dead kernel in this.
You're going to have 2 dead radio people, though, Bob. It's getting too smoky in here.
Nope. Can we get a good shot? Can you see that sizzling
Zoom in
there?
on the flames and the wreckage.
Now, the action happens very quickly and all at once. I'll come out and pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Well, you put
what are you
keep the
doing
heat
now?
in and you do this.
You're burping it.
That's right. Here it goes.
It needs a soundtrack.
It's all right. It's going to happen. Here we go. A little
Jesus.
splattering oil in there. Sorry about that. Ouch. Okay.
Do we get combat pay for
no
this?
problem. No, this is going to be great. We'll have an unsolicited testimonial from somebody.
I'll get a victim.
Here we go. Huh?
Come on up. Taste the pop.
Now, there we go. There you have it. Ah, unbelievable! I did it! I did it! All right. Eat your heart out, Brita Green.
Yes, sir.
Stand back. All right. Oh, my God. Brita
Go right
Green,
to
wherever you are,
President
eat your heart out.
Making it, or something like that.
More
music, please, so we clear out the smoke.
It's almost done. And look at that.
Help me. Takes much longer than a day than a day.
Hey, time to go. We want to thank everybody that showed up here in the studio audience tonight.
Audience, give yourself a hand.
Thanks a lot. I want you to meet a guy who did an incredible job. Let's hear it for Juan Flowers.
Had you fooled for a minute, right?
Now, how about the house band tonight, the Cool Hand Band?
Bring them out.
And Kelly Wallace. Where's Kelly?
Kelly, what happened to Kelly? She's wrong.
Kelly Wallace around? Coach Ed?
She's coming.
Here comes Kelly.
Let's have to go, Wallace.
Thank you.
Thanks to the floor crew, and thanks again to all you folks.
And Coach Ed, I don't know if he's still here. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again.